Welcome to my fourth video based on my book, Jazz Guitar Soloing Concepts, a pentatonic modal approach to jazz improvisation. In two of my previous videos, I focused on the Dorian pentatonic scale from Chapter 3 and the Mixolydian pentatonic scale from Chapter 6. In this video, I'm going to focus on the Ionian pentatonic scale from Chapter 2. In the previous two videos, I only used one of the modes to demonstrate each of the pentatonic scales. In this video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. Instead of just focusing on one of the modes of the pentatonic scale, I'm going to use an example that shows all 5 modes of the pentatonic scale and show how to incorporate them into a song. A couple of quick notes before we begin. First, the solo in this video is meant to demonstrate the full range of the Ionian pentatonic scale and its 5 modes. It doesn't necessarily represent an actual solo that you would play in a song. In my book, I have over 200 examples of actual solos played over all of the pentatonic scales in the book. Second, a key feature of my approach is that I use 2 notes per strings for every mode of every pentatonic scale in my book. This helps in terms of learning the pentatonic scales and also helps you in terms of speed, since the 2 notes per string is so natural. For this lesson, I'm going to use the chord progression to the jazz standard Misty. I'm going to use this chord progression because it's a good vehicle to demonstrate all 5 modes of the Ionian pentatonic scale. The first 4 bars of the song are an E flat major 7 for 4 beats. What I'm going to use here is the 5th mode of the E flat Ionian pentatonic scale. Here's the E flat chord. The 5th mode means that I start on the 5th scale degree of the chord, which is a B flat. B flat is the 5th of E flat. And the scale goes like this. That's B flat, D, E flat, F, G, B flat, D, E flat, F, G, B flat, D. And you can go back the same way. In the solo, I just simply use the descending form of the Ionian pentatonic scale. I bring the lead-in note with a melody. The second 4 measures are a B flat minor 7th for 2 beats and an E flat 7 for 2 beats. And for these 2 chords, I'm going to use the D flat Ionian pentatonic scale, mode 1. And it's called mode 1 because the scale starts on the root. So the root of the D flat Ionian pentatonic scale is the D flat. And those notes are D flat, E flat, F, A flat, and C. Then it starts over again. D flat, E flat, F, A flat, C. And then you have the high D flat and the E flat. Now for the solo, I just used a simple ascending scale and then I came down a couple of notes. So I went like this. So that it fits perfectly within those 4 beats. You might be wondering why I used the D-flat Ionian Pentatonic scale over a 2-5 progression, the B-flat to E-flat, where I used the D-flat Ionian Pentatonic scale. In my previous video over the B-flat minor 7 to E-flat 7, I used the B-flat Dorian pentatonic scale. Well, what I did here is covered in chapter 13 of my book, where I show how you can use these pentatonic scales almost interchangeably to get different colors. And what happens is the B-flat minor 7 to E-flat 7, they're 2 beats each. What you can do is forget the E-flat 7 and just think of 4 measures of B-flat minor 7. This simplifies things a whole lot. And if it's a B-flat minor 7, you could think of it as being a B-flat minor 9th. And a B-flat minor 9th has the exact same notes as a D-flat major 7. Here's a D-flat major 7. B-flat minor 9th. D-flat major 7. Since they have the same notes, you could use the same scales on both of them. So on the B-flat minor 7, I could either use the B-flat Dorian pentatonic scale, as shown in the previous video, or I could use a substitute scale, which is a D-flat Ionian pentatonic scale. Either scale is going to sound fine. So over B-flat minor 7 to E-flat 7, I'm using the D-flat Ionian pentatonic scale, mode 1. And I could use any of the 5 modes of the D-flat Ionian pentatonic scale over the chord progression of B-flat minor 7 to E-flat 7. The third measure is an A-flat major 7th for 4 beats. For this chord, I'm going to use the A-flat Ionian pentatonic scale, mode 3. Mode 3 means that it starts on the third. Mode 3 means that it starts on the third of the scale. So the third of an A-flat is C. So I'm going to start on the note C, which is on the 6th string, 8th fret. And it would go like this. Going back. Notice the stretch you have to do on the 3rd string. And the notes would be C, E flat, G, A flat, B flat, and then starts over again. C, E flat, stretch for the G, A flat, B flat, C, E flat. Then in the solo, what I did is I just did a simple descending line.